a short story, a fiction story on how to solve your problems. And so it's in your story, your story is going to take place in a world where imagination is really powerful and it's real and where anything is possible. Let's begin. So I want you to think of a problem that you have right now, or a problem that you had in the past but you didn't know how it was solved. And so please just write down one problem that you have now.
Or this is related to our businesses?
Yes, it could be with businesses, our life, our relationship, our kids. And I'm gonna ask you a question, and you're gonna solve it without saying it in a logical way. The first thing that pops in your mind, just write it down. Even if it seems really ridiculous, like the elephant says so. Just write it down, because in this world, anything is possible and imagination is the key. So, okay. So the first thing you're going to do is make your main character. And I want you to write down what the character's name, without even thinking oh, Billy Bob, or Jimmy Judon. And then I want you to add, what does your character look like? So then just whatever pops in your head, just write it down. And what is your character not like? And what does your character fear? What are they afraid of? And also, where does your character live? So one day your character had the same problem that you did, that you wrote down. And he didn't know how to solve it. And then he remembered that he lives in a world of imagination, where everything and anything is possible. That's when he started writing down a bunch of ideas on how to solve it. Now, what were these ideas that he had? I want you to write down just as many as you can list. So, whatever comes to mind, just write it down. He ran up a cliff, or he went on a chair, or he jumped over millions of doorways. Whatever comes to mind. So, your character was so happy that he told everyone. And out of all the ideas, he picked just one. Which one was that? Was it the third one or the fourth one that you wrote down? So this workshop is just trying to prove that logic isn't always the right choice, or might always be the easiest way, or the way to solve it. And imagination is a power that we all have that is really strong, that can actually solve it, and that we should reapply this to life. So if, for example, we were doing this project inside of the car with my mom, and she was making up this character named Misu, and he was a bunny, and then the problem was we were stuck in traffic. And so what we were doing was, she was just saying millions of ways oh, jump over cars, or tell the cars that they should go fast because they're on the highway and they're not there to have a sleepover. And she ended up picking the sleepover one, and we actually the traffic ended up going it started going faster, and then that's how we actually got here. And so it actually does work. You just really need to believe in it and trust in your imagination. And Albert Einstein himself, he says, imagination is more important than knowledge. And another quote that I really love a lot is, limitations are only in our mind. But if we use our imagination, our possibilities become limitless. And this is just to prove that imagination is very strong, and we have it. You can share if you want to. So does anyone want to share?
I'll share. I thought it was funny because my problem is physical playtime, and she doesn't like boring days, and she fears sharks, and she lives in Rainland. Obviously, I just took myself down to a little kid. And then ideas would be to hire bunnies.
That could work.
A lot of bunnies. A lot of bunnies.
Let's say you have a solution, and the way to solve it is you need a character named Nifon. And so you can't get, and Nifon's, let's say, a ghost. You can't actually get a ghost and find him. If you can, that'd be wonderful. But what you can do is you can take a similarity of Nifon and then put it into an object. So you can make a wallet, a money-making device. So you can like put imagination and reality together and you can get your problem solved.
So how do I hire my bunnies? That's what I want to
You
do.
can get little miniature people or bunnies, yeah. And that
We
can
get
work.
Mary some bunny ears and we have her hop ball.
Yes!
Or just wear a shirt, right, that says bunnies,
I
right?
know, bunny.